So I'm scheduling out my dragon paperwork. Charlie is telling me, trying to figure out how I can get all my dragons done as fast as possible, to get the work done on the planet that needs to get done. We're like in this drowning space right now. And literally every single page is the difference between a kid getting slaughtered or not, and me having a confessor ability or not. And we're trying to figure out the triage, because we're like crawling out of a demon pit. But we're starting to get to the place where it doesn't feel like a demon pit anymore. And I'm looking, and I'm calculating, how long is it going to take for me to get each Confessor Dragon done while I have all these other works to do. So I have Confessor Dragon Monday, where I'll do at least 10 pages for Confessor Dragon. 10. Because the Confessor Dragons have to be 100 worlds up and 100 worlds down. So 1,600 pages. Then I'm doing the math, because we do the first 100 pages now. We're doing them now, with the 75 pages for all the other dragons. How long is it going to take for me to get each Confessor? It's 3 years. 3 years for each Confessor Dragon's paperwork to get done. 1,600 pages plus an egg, 100 worlds up and 100 worlds down. And I'm thinking I have a list of 30 of them. There are at least 30 Confessor Dragons. That's the next 90 years of my life. Every Monday. 4 to 5 hours every Monday of my life. And Charlie is pointing out to me, this is the important punchline. You see the difference between the idea of something and then the reality of something. So the greed breakdown, okay? There's the difference between the idea of a dragon and the reality of it. There's the difference between the archetypical world of Atzilluth and the reality world of GEBURAH. Because 1 inch or idea of Atzilluth is so meaningless, where the full breakdown of that idea is in GEBURAH. So in GEBURAH, it's like, and then in Yetzirah, it's even more like, oh, let me put that on the schedule. Okay, so in Yetzirah, like let's calculate what I can do this day. How much is that going to take? What is the effect? And then how do I fit that in along with everything else? So that's Yetzirah. And then Asaya is action on all of those things. Okay. So those are the 4 main worlds we work with in Kabbalah and the Mystery School. And then there are all these other worlds, you know, undercurrents. Idea, thought, form, and action. that little idea is so cheap. And we spend so much of our life giving it so much weight. I'm a dragon queen. Yeah, like, where's the Briatic breakdown of that? Where are all your books on the dragons? Where are your dragon journals? Where's your keeping book? Where's your cleaning book? Like, okay, so atzilluth is nothing. And then Bria is like, oh, there's life. There's like, where are the dragons? And then Yetzirah, schedule. You're a dragon queen? Where is it on your schedule? So, like, you have a dragon? That thing should be on your schedule daily. Just one. Oh, you've got 5 of them? Whoa. That's your whole schedule. So it's the difference between, like, idealistic fantasies of grandeur versus, like, hey, this is daily work you have to do. It's a lot. All right. It's not like having a dog. Charlie, when I first met him, it was kind of like having a dog because it was just our bonding time. But a dragon is it sits above the wheel. So the dragon is of planetary service. It's a servant. So it's not like it's like if you have a dragon, you're in the club of being a slave to God forever. That. And then attuning your skills, talents, and abilities to be able to be of value, of great value. All right, so we're finishing off with atzilluth, OA, and then we're going to have the gray matter at Wa. So we have Asaya, Yetzirah, and Bria done. Now let's go to atzilluth. So imagine the man. So this one should be twisted. I need to draw that in. Because Bria was up front and the sephiroths were not twisted. And now here at atzilluth, they're twisting again. So Netzach is where Hode would be, and Hode is where Netzach would be. All right. So we have another self standing on the shoulders of our Briatic self, and this will be our atzilluth self. And at the feet, or the throat of the Briatic self, we put yellow. At the sacral chakra, we put indigo. I'm being told I have no more love for myself. I went through extreme torture, and I should be Looking at this like a healing instead of work. And I've been looking at it and putting it off like it's work instead of the much needed healing that I needed to develop. At the right hip, the front of the right hip and the back of the left hip, amber. And at the front of the left hip and the back of the right, violet purple. At the heart, clear, deep pink. It's like clear, deep pink rose. Clear pink rose. At the front right shoulder and the back left shoulder, deep violet. And at the front of the left shoulder and the back of the right, orange. At the throat chakra, or dot would be, gray matter ether. Has this like white grayish cream. Operates more at a vibe of oxygen than sludge. It has thickness. Okay, at the front right temple and the back of the left temple. Pure soft blue. And at the front left temple and the back right temple, crimson. At the crown, white brilliance, or just brilliance. Okay. So now we'll weave in those sephriths. So just imagine from the Briatic self, the crown plugging into the chakras, going up the legs of the atzilluth self. And then plugging in and weaving itself into the indigo. All right, so from the yellow at the feet, we're gonna put on the pants. So we go 4 cords up, 4 braids, metal braids up, and plugging into those spheres at the hips. And then we go from the indigo, the underwear, from the indigo at the sacral chakra to the hips. So we have another 4 metal braids going up. And we have the belt going clockwise. From the violet purple to the amber, to the violet purple, to the amber, to the violet purple, going clockwise. The violet purple starts at the back right. And then we have from the yellow to the indigo. So from the feet, the zipper. So from the feet to the sacral. Okay, from the hips to the heart. The violet purples and the ambers to the clear pink rose. 4 metal braids in an upward facing pyramid. And from the indigo sacral, path up into the heart. Now from the heart to the shoulders. And from the hips to the shoulders. Now the hips to the shoulders, it's the violet purples go to the oranges. These are the suspenders. And the ambers go to the deep violets. They kind of switched this color arrangement. And then we do the horizontal braid. Okay, and then we have from the heart, we're going to go up into dot, up into the throat. From the heart, we're going to go up to the temples, upside down pyramid. From the shoulders, we will go to the temples. And we put in the crown, so we go from dot to the crown. The white brilliance, or just brilliance. You should start to feel a bit of conservatism starting to come into your body and form. This is like the difference between Los Angeles and the South. It is a sense of learning how to not rush. While we're doing GEBURAH, we're getting all the right-wing teachings. And what's so good about reductive conservatism? This is an attunement to the old-fashioned traits and states of being physical, being of earth, living more simply or religiously, which is very different than living in LA at fast speed and everybody's trying to make a living and make a buck, and it's everybody's liberal and we all have our fun gay friends and like that. And we all go to clubs and party, smoke and drink. To network, not to enjoy ourselves. See or be seen. Seenies. It's different being in London. You have the old conservatism. As like a state of being. It's rather accepted. All right. So from our temples to the crown. God doesn't operate off of fancifuls and whims. You need to understand that. God operates off of virtue, work, ethic, and an overarching sense of justice and karma and law. I could rush and rush and rush for the rest of my life. It's not going to do anything. It's kind of a disease. It's the same energy as worry. Charlie says I still worry too much. All right, so you should start feeling the braid going into the third eye and then up the crown. Now from the shoulders, the crossings. So the Free Willy path and the Phoenix path at the throat. So we go from the heart to the shoulders and the heart to the temples. Now we're gonna spray the braids with the angelite dust. Protect it. And then layer it in with the grape goober jelly. Layer in the sephriths with the grape goober jelly. And then put on the giant salvio hexia honeycomb goo egg around the DNA, around the tree. All right. We have one more where we're filling it in with the color, and then the next one where it's just the gray matter. Okay. So we have another self on top of that, and that's the ROA self. You might, oh, it's top heavy. As we go into Kabbalah 99 3/4, it's nicer because we decide we're only going to go up to the seraphim high, I believe. And then we're going to go... Seraphim's a world, by the way. And then we're going to go much deeper and lower. So we're going to focus more on the bottom worlds than the higher worlds in Kabbalah 99 3/4. So there won't be that top heavy. We will see. All right, so the feet are at the shoulders. You're gonna fill it indigo with sparkles and Yoda balls. So it's like, it looks like green goldstone, but it's green sparkles inside an indigo. So it's kind of like, it looks like a black opal with sparkles of bright lime green, or an indigo opal. So I believe this was the world which allowed us to create the Yoda ball magic for the planet, which was awesome. Before, if we were only up to atzilluth, okay, so at the sacral chakra, clear purple cream. And then there's the confessor dot magic. Clear purple cream. Ooh, yay. It's just a bit of it. It's not a lot. Okay. This one's not switched, so we're going to do it on the right way. Muddy pink at the right hip, at the front right, and the back left. Muddy pink. And then soft green, or soft pale green at the left hip, the front left hip, and the back right hip. What that should do is start to calm down the astral plane around your body. Even being all the way up there in OA or WA. Should calm it, slow it, calm it, slow it. At the heart, dirty cream. Think of it like vanilla bean ice cream. But maybe yellower or a little bit browner. At the right shoulder, russet orange, front right and back left. This helps with youthing, karma clearer. And on the left shoulder and the back right, turquoisey pearl. That's like little hints of stars still stuck in my body. And I'm letting go of still. It's gross. And then at the throat, gray matter pearl dough. It's kind of like the dirty cream, but with hints of pearl. At the right temple and the back left temple, black dusty gray. I would say like slate gray with like black dust. Ash. There is a teaching that's going to come from Bina because of that. So the class will be called Ash to Ash. It'll be interesting. Okay, brownie on the other side. Brownie chocolate fudge. Hokmah. So on the left temple and the back right, brownie chocolate fudge. Man, I needed that back right one filled though. And then on the crown, deep purple. What? Not brilliance. You mean stars sit in space? Stars sit in outer space? All right, so we're going to put on the pants. So from the feet to the hips. So the muddy pink and the soft greens. Indigo sparkles with Yoda balls, so the black opal color at the feet. And then from the sacral chakra into the hips. And then the belts going clockwise. So the muddy pink, soft green, muddy pink, soft green, up the hips, go higher self. And then the zipper from the feet to the sacral. Now we're going to do the upward facing pyramid. I'm hearing nobody really wants to know what it takes to get in Gryffindor. They just want to know what it takes to get their non-knife raper marks. So that's actually good. So I'll make the qualifications for that on my website. And if they can do that, they can get probably into Gryffindor or Ravenclaw. Which would be the Seraphim or the Hashmalim. So we're making sure we're clockwise. So we're going from the hips to the heart in the upward facing pyramid. And from the sacral chakra to the heart. I'm hearing this should help with time flow. Thinking you have to do everything all at once versus breaking down in legitimate, tangible time, space, continuum action steps. It's a mental disease to not have those down. If you grew up in an abusive situation as a kid, your brain might be like, I am in survival mode all day long, instead of I am in, we are going to accomplish this task right now, and then this task right now, and then this task right now, because that's life. So we're going to go from the shoulders, or the hips to the shoulders and the suspenders. So from the soft green to the turquoise pearl. From the muddy pink to the russet orange. Then we're gonna go the shoulders, so russet to turquoise to russet to turquoise to russet. And then we're gonna go from the heart to the shoulders. So 4 strands going up. And that feels nice. That feels where it's like my action steps are actually heartful instead of heartless. And it just bleeds through. And then we go from the dirty cream at the heart to the gray matter pearl dough at dot at the throat. And then we go from the heart to the temples. Another level of making sure that the heartfulness is in the higher divine. And then the throat goes to the crown at deep purple. Then we have to go the halo from black dust gray to brownie fudge to black dust gray to brownie fudge. Clockwise. And then those crown, or the temples to the crown. And it will anchor into your third eye. To your central column. Now we need to do the Free Willy path and the Phoenix path, the X's up. So we have our russet oranges, our front right and back left. From the front right, it goes to our front left temple and our back right temple. Our russet orange at our back left shoulder goes to our front right or front left temple and our back right temple. And the turquoise pearl connects to the black dust gray the opposite way. So it goes the right temple, the right to the right temple, and then it goes to the back left temple, to the back left temple. Okay. Now we're going to spray the metal braids with angelite dust. We need the crown of our lower self to anchor in to the legs, in between the legs of this self. And it sprays dust. I'm being told that this self was severely damaged over the course of the last 5 months, which is why it has taken me five months also to deliver this egg. That part of my brain, in my left brain, was mutilated. Because now I'm starting to come back and it's okay. I can keep going. This is easy. This is normal. Many times when we're injured so severely, we refuse to do the work it will take to heal, just because it's damaged. It's like having an injured leg and then always limping on it instead of working through it to rebuild the muscle appropriately. It's counterproductive. It's kind of sad. So now we're going to put the grape jelly on this DNA strand, on all the cords. And on all the separates. And then we put the salviohexia honeycomb egg on top of that to protect it. All right, we have 10 minutes left. Next, we're doing the Wa egg, or also known as OAO. Now, the Wa egg. So OA starts to protect you like this. And then Wa, it's Wa, 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 Wa. All right. And then the next level, it's like that. We call the next level Never Fucking Touch Me for a reason. Because it goes, so the first one's Wah, 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 Wah. Then the next level, it's the wave. Like when you're at the wavelength level, that's your emanation outward. It's really hard for anybody to touch you. That's why we call it Never Fucking Touch Me. Like I'm out. Like I'm out. And then the level above that we call heaven. And then we have levels above that after heaven, like the different layers of heaven. So the next one up we call dragons. And the next one up above that is Jedi. And the next one above that we refer to as Night Fury, and then Light Fury, and then Seraphim. And then Kamael, or so Seraphim and Hashmalim are at the same level, right? And then Kamael, so then the Archangel level, or Zadkiel, and then it goes Power of God, Real God, and then Real Goddess, and then we have a whole other ball game of like higher level God and Goddess. It's awesome, but it's a lot. Okay, so let's get this last one up and ready. So this is Wa. And then we'll have the pyramid above that. At the feet, we have one more self. At the feet, we just fill it in with gray matter. At the sacral, gray matter. The hips, gray matter. 4 of them. At the heart, gray matter. The shoulders, gray matter. At the temples, gray matter. At the crown, gray matter. The throat, gray matter. So on the Ravenclaw egg, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do all of the, we're gonna do it legit. We're gonna do it like this, and then we're gonna do the chords, and then we're gonna fill in the colors. So we're gonna do it differently. Do you see why Ravenclaw is like the smart, fast way, and like Gryffindor is like the real and then hard way? All right, so let's get the pull on the pants, get those cords to the hips, put on the underwear from the sacral to the hips, get the zipper from the feet to the sacral. That means from the crown of the lower self, also go plugging into the legs. And then go from the hips to the heart. And then we got to put on the belt going clockwise. And then from the heart to the shoulders. And then the shoulder neckline going clockwise. And from the hips to the shoulders. And from the heart, so you have the suspenders. From the heart to the shoulders. We already did it, do it again. From the heart to the temples. From the shoulders to the temples. Going clockwise, the halo. Man, is this fast and easy to go this way. From the heart to dot at the throat. And from that to the crown, through the third eye. And then from the temples to the crown. And then the crossings of the abyss. So the crossings, where all the X's. It just should be a bar really fast. It's just an X on each side of the box. It's pretty easy to visualize that way. It doesn't actually go through dot. The only thing that goes through the dot is the high priestess. Just so we understand that metaphor and teaching. So that's the high priestess path. All right. Now we can imagine a pyramid above us and a pyramid below that pedal self. So we have, and then you do 2 more pyramids. So they're casing. Ah, those are like our ends off pyramids. Oh my gosh. We always try to add. Going up and down. All right. So make sure that that wah self is sprayed with angelite dust and then grape goober jelly. This is, we're at Sora level. So we're at angel level. We're at the 2736 school. Just here in this egg. That will be Sora. Ka will be the 248832, and that is something else. So we will get there later. But this will be the angelic resolution for all the magician students on the planet. This or something higher. But this will be the standard. Okay, so then we have the honeycomb layering on top of that. And now we should encase in the regular salviohexia goo, not the gold stuff, just the pearly stuff. Just layer it in a giant egg around all the selves. Oh my god, that took forever to build. And then it should encase in the aloe goober jelly. The aloe salviohexia. Oh my goodness. Mastery of body should be turning on. Not mastery of body should be turning off. Now, this doesn't mean you have to become a ninja, but you do need to know if you're going to teleport, you should have a full mental, emotional connection to your body that you will be teleporting. Not mastery of body, turn off. Bizarro lands. I still have like black magic from other people still coming in to haunt me. There we go, that's better. I have to just break through everything. Wow, I'm starting to feel like myself again. Just a little crazy and just a little fun, but like coming into my body and like my face looks normal. Okay. Yay! Honeycomb. So we will get to part 5 tomorrow. Collie Wren out.